Hello student, in this video today we are going to talk on the classification of platyhelminthes. Classification of Hematozoa up to the platyhelminthes. We are already discussed in our previous video in the classification chart of the animal kingdom. The hematozoans are divided into the two division, the triploblastic and diploblastic. And triploblastic organism who have three germinal layer in embryonic development depending upon the characteristic of their coelom. They are divided into the main three groups, the coelomate, acoelomate and pseudocoelomate. Now, what are the basic difference? What are the difference between diploblastic and triploblastic? These two groups are how they are differ from each other. First of all, we discussed about the difference between diploblastic and triploblastic. Diploblastic animals are primitive metazoans that don't have a coelomic cavity. This kind of the organism are known as diploblastic, and they have two germinal layer, including ectoderm and endoderm. This kind of the two layer are present in the embryonic development. In triploblastic organism, the organism who have three germinal layer, they are included in and they belong to the division triploblastic. Triploblastic organism have three germinal layer. The outer layer is known as ectoderm, middle layer is known as mesoderm, and inner layer is known as endoderm. These are the advanced metazoans. That means they have complete coelomic cavity and well-developed organ system, and these are the developed organisms. Now, the diploblastic animals include the canadenans and ctenophores. This group are include the diploblastic. That means coelenterata. Coelentrates belong to the diploblastic organism. And the triploblastic organism include the arthropoda, echinoderms, mollusca, and vertebrates. All the vertebrates are belongs to the triploblastic. In certain diploblastic animal, the mesoglia is found in between ectoderm and endoderm. This is the middle layer. This is not a layer, but the stuffing between the two layer, outer layer and inner layer, are separated by the mesoglia, which are found in between the two layer. In triploblastic animal, the mesoderm is separates the ectoderm and endoderm. What is the difference between this to diploblastic and triploblastic? Diploblastic organism have a mesoglia which separate the ectoderm and endoderm. But in triploblastic organism, the mesoderm is present which separates the ectoderm and endoderm. It is believed that the triploblastic animal have evolved from the diploblastic animal around 580 to 615 million years ago. The triploblastic organism are evolved from the diploblastic organism, and unlike the triploblastic, the animal diploblastic animal lack body cavities and true organs. Here in diploblastic organism, they don't have true organ. They don't have complete coelomic cavity. But in triploblastic organism, they have complete coelomic cavity. But some in some species or certain triploblastic animals like acoelomates have become secondarily simplified and lost their body cavity, and they are known as acoelomate organism. Now triploblastic are divides into the main three groups, the group coelomate, acoelomate and pseudocoelomate, depending upon the coelomic cavity. Now, what are the basic difference between these three groups? First of all, the coelomates. Coelomate, that means they have proper coelomic cavity, and coelom formed within the mesoderm. The coelomic cavity are formed in between the mesoderm. Now, the pseudocoelomate. The pseudocoelomates are the organisms who don't have the proper coelomic cavity. That means the cavity is not fully lined by mesoderm, only partially lined with the mesoderm and acoelomates. They are the organisms who secondarily lost their coelomic cavity. Occurs in some bilateral symmetrical organisms. The entirely lined with the mesoderm efficient hydrostatic skeleton. They have a specific hydrostatic skeleton. The complex digestive system. The digestive system is complex. They contain the specific type of the gland and the many other things which are present in the digestive system. Digestive gland and digestive organ are present. Now they have space for organ to grow and develop. When the organism are grow and they develop with the organs are developed with the organism and they become large in the size. They have space for the development of the organ. Compartmentalization of the body cavity. Best example we can say in the human body, diaphragm is present for the compartmentalization. Storage for egg and sperm. They have specific storage, specific cavity, specific pouch for the storing of the egg and sperm. Difficult for the regeneration. The regeneration power is very no very we can say that it around the zero. None of the organisms are regenerate. Large organism, the body size of the coelomates are large. Now the pseudocoelomate, the cavity is not fully lined with the mesoderm. Only partial part of the coelomic cavity lined with the mesoderm. Mesoderm only on outer body wall. They present only on outer body wall. Storage for the waste. In this organism, they have specific storage for the waste product. And hydrostatic skeleton also present, not compartmentalization. In this organism, the compartmentalization of the body is not seen. No specialized control. They don't have any kind of the control on their body. That means they have not well developed nervous system on and many other system which controls the body. Spread of infection is easier. That means the compartmentalization is not seen. That means the infection can be spread easily to all over the body. Now the third group, the acoelomates. Acoelomates organisms they don't have or they lack of the body cavity. Body can be flat. Most of the organisms are flat-bodied organisms. Hide in other organism body cavity. They don't have coelomic cavity. That means they are not well-developed organism. Generally, they are found in the body of other organism. Less intricate body plan. They don't have perfect body plan. Limited movement. They don't have specific type of the organ for the movement. Limited movement, external mechanical pressure, and rely on simple diffusion. Now, the acoelomate have one phylum, the phylum Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes, that means they are bilaterally symmetrical organism and dorsoventrally flat, simply a ribbon-like body structure. Simply a ribbon-like body structure. That means they are dorsoventrally flattened body and tryptoblastic form, but they don't have coelomic cavity. Secondarily, they lost their cavity. Body shape generally worm-like, but various form. Moderately elongated, flattened shape to long flat ribbon and leaf-like shape. The organism or body shape of the organism very different from each other. Simply they are elongated, simple form, and some are flattened, and some are long and flat and ribbon-like structure, and some have simply leaf-like structure. The flatworm are small to moderate in size, varying from microscopic to extremely elongated form, measuring up to the 10 to 15 meter in the length. They are various from microscopic organism to very and elongated structure. It measure about the 10 to 15 meter in the length. The majority of the flatworm are simply white. They don't have specific body color. some are colorless, and some of the organisms derive color from the ingested of the food. Some organisms which, or most of the organisms which are prefer to live in the body of the other organism or inside of the body, where they can ingest the food from the organism and derive color from the food of the parasite, while the free living forms are brown, gray, black, or brightly colored organisms. Most of the organisms are parasite, but in this group, some of the organisms are free living species. They are generally in brown, gray, or black, or brightly colored. They can be found. The anterior end of the body is differentiated into the body, so-called head. The specific head structure is not found, but the anterior part of the body is differ from the or differentiated from the body, that we can say this is the structure of the head. Now, the ventral surface bearing the mouth and genital pores is well marked in turbellarians, but is less marked in the trematodes and custodians. In one class, the class Turbellaria have a definite structure or a well marked structure of mouth and genital pores can be seen easily. But in trematodes and custodians, they don't have well marked mouth and genital pores in their ventral surface of the body. Now, sex are united. That means the complete set of male and female reproductive organs are present inside of a single organism. That means they are hermaphrodite with few exceptions. Some of the organism, or rarely, some of the organisms are not hermaphrodite, but most of the organisms are hermaphrodite. Reproductive system is highly evolved or complex in most of the form. Other system like digestive system or many other system are completely absent, but the reproductive system is highly evolved, that have proper set of reproductive organ. The reproductive system is highly evolved and very complex in structure. And asexual reproduction by the fission occurs in many freshwater turbellaria. In some of the organisms like turbellarians, they reproduce asexually. In majority of the forms, in majority organism, the reproductive organ or the eggs are without of yolk. The yolk are not present in egg, but they are provided with the special yolk cell and covered by a egg cell. They have specific hard cell which protects the egg and covers the egg, and they have specific yolk cell inside the yolk egg. Now, they are hermaphrodite. That means the cross fertilization is commonly occurrence. The cross fertilization in trematodes and self fertilization in custodians is very common. And cross fertilization is found in the tapeworm. We already discussed in the semester 1, the type study of Platyhelminthes. The tapeworm generally do the cross fertilization in trematodes and self fertilization found in the custodians. The tapeworm also do the self fertilization. That means the a sperm of the proglatids which transfer into the same organism of or but in different proglatids. The fertilization is internal. Life cycle is complicated. That means they involve one or more hosts. They have need to transfer from one organism to the second organism for their complete development. The flatworm are either free living or ecto or endoparasite. Generally, they are endoparasite of a organism like mammals or fish or many other organisms. They, the class Platyhelminthes divides into the three subclass. The first class is Trabellaria. Most of the organisms are free living flatworm. The body is dorsoventrally flat. Some are ectocommercial. That means they are ectoparasite, and some are endoparasite. Body is unsegmented and body covered with the a specific type of the cellular or synthetical epidermis, usually with a mucous cell, and which is usually partially ciliated. The body skin or the body is covered with the specific type of the synthetical epidermis, which are which have a specific type of the mucus cell which secrete the mucus, and usually they are ciliated. They have a cilia-like structure on their body. Adhesive organs are evidently present. Most of the organism have specific type of the organ which help to adhere somewhere. The adhesive organ are mostly present in all organisms. The digestive system usually consists of mouth, pharynx, and intestine. Anus is not found here. They don't have anus, but the other digestive organ are present like mouth, pharynx, and intestine. Now, the excretory system is consist of protonephridia and the phlegm cell. The phlegm cell is a peculiar characteristic of the phylum Platyhelminthes. This is the one mark important question. Phlegm cell is an excretory organ found in which phylum? The answer is phlegm cell. Now, the sense organ consists of tangoreceptor and chemoreceptor. They have specific type touch and chemical sensory receptor, which can sense the chemical and which can sense the touch. Mostly they are hermaphrodite and reproduction is sexual, asexual, and by regeneration. This kind of the reproduction found in this group. The example is biphilia. Now the second class is Trematoda. They are generally ectoparasite or endoparasite form. They can found as a ectoparasite or endoparasite, commonly called as fluke. The body shape is usually leaf-like, dorso-ventrally flattened body. We many times see liver fluke. This is the best example of trematode. They have a leaf-like body structure and they are dorso-ventrally flat body. Body wall without the epidermis and cilia. They don't have a cilia-like structure or epidermis. Body is undivided and covered with the cuticle. The body is entirely covered with cuticle, but the segmentation is not found here. The body is undivided. Well developed sucker are usually present in the head structure of trematodes. That means the anterior part of the body, which contain a specific type of the suckers which help to adhere somewhere. Digestive tract incomplete, consisting of mouth, pharynx, and two forked, that means two branched structure. And many branch intestine and anus is completely absent. The digestive system is not complete. Incomplete digestive system found here. Like they have mouth or pharynx and two forked. That means two tiny branched, or sometimes they have many branched intestine found. And anus is completely absent in this group. Now, the protonephridia as a excretory organ or protonephridial excretory system consisting of phlegm cell. Mostly they are hermaphrodite. Ovary is single and testis is 2 to many in pair. Ovary is single, but the testes are many in number. Life history are in some organisms they are simple life history, but in some organisms they have more than two hosts. Like the life history is very complicated. They have to transfer from one organism to other organism for their development. The example is cystosoma. Now the class 3 is Custodia. They are generally endoparasite in intestine of vertebrate, commonly called tapeworm. This group we already discussed in semester 1. Right? We discussed the tapeworm, Tinea solium. They are endoparasite in the vertebrates, or generally they are as a endoparasite in the mammals like sheep, goat, human, or many other mammals. They are found generally in the intestine of vertebrate, body without the epidermis and cilia, but covered with the cuticle. The epidermis layer of the body is completely absent, but they covered with the cuticle. But they are covered with cuticle, but they don't have cilia on their body surface. Body is usually divided into the few to many segments. This segment generally known as proglatids, and rarely they are undivided. In some species, the body is not completely divided, but most of the species, are divided into the few to many segments. The segments are varying from the 10 to 500 or more than 500, and each segment is known as proglatids. The anterior end, simply they are different from the body. That's why they are known as the head region. The head is known as scolex. Is provided with the adhesive structure like hook and sucker, except in the custodia. Most of the organisms have hook and suckers on their head region for the adhesion, but some organisms like custodia they don't have hook or sucker in their head region. Mouth and digestive tract are totally absent. Mouth and digestive tract are totally absent because they don't need to feed, they don't need to digest. That means they are absorb already digested food from the parasite. That's why they don't need to digest something. Excretory system consists of protonephridia with the typical terminal flame bulbs. Here, the flame cells are also present for the excretion. Nervous system usually comprise of a pair of ganglia and two lateral longitudinal nerves. They have a ganglion-like structure on the anterior part of the body, and two longitudinal lateral nerves which runs backwardly to the last segment of the body. Each segment or proglatid contain one or two set of complete male and female reproductive organs. That means they are hermaphrodite. Each segment contains complete set of male and female reproductive organs. Life cycle is complicated, usually involving two or more hosts. Simply, the example is tapeworm. They have to pass from the one organism to the second organism for their completion of the life cycle. Life history is complicated, life cycle is complicated, usually involving two or more hosts. The embryos possess hoop. In semester 1, we already discussed the embryonic development of the tapeworm. In development, we studies that the embryo have a specific type of the hoop for the adhesion somewhere. The example is Moniaza expensa. Thank you for watching this video.